Hiya, it's Deputy Prime Minister, proud Northerner and Basic Instinct enthusiast Angela Rayner, and welcome to another no-brainer with Angela Rayner. Now, as you can see, I am still staying over at my mate's apartment. It's all above board, I've declared it, and that is because today was Prime Minister's questions, and it just so happens that my mate's apartment is right round the corner from Parliament, so it just made sense for me to stay on, and so that is what I did. And I have to say that PMQs today was absolute fire. That's Gen Z speak for very, very good. And us Labourers were on top form, atmosphere electric, and I was sparring across the dispatch box with Oliver Dowden, and I think we had a fantastic exchange. He went in straight away to me, asking me if I knew what a worker was, and I was straight back there and saying, well, yeah, I do know what a worker is. It's the people that the Tories have ignored for the past 14 years. Boom, straight in there with a classic Us Labour's buzzword. And if you were playing along at home with the Us Labour's buzzword bingo, then you are either leaning over the toilet bowl right now or attached to a drip in A&E, because I was knocking them out the park with all of the classics. 14 years of Tory failure, we inherited, that's a classic, and I also brought in the fact that we understand workers with a party of the workers rights, brought in all of those. So I'm sorry about it if you're feeling a bit rough right now, but from my standpoint it was good, and us Labourers were sitting strong on that front bench, all the sisters together. Our Lisa nodding her head, nodding like a nodding dog she was, nodding and nodding and nodding along. I thought her head was going to come off at one point as she was nodding that much. And so you would think that the press would report how positive this whole PMQs was. But what did they run with? The Battle of the Gingers. All because I called it the Battle of the Gingers, because Oliver Dowden is a ginger and obviously I'm a ginger, so I thought, okay, we'll find some common ground, and I called it the Battle of the Gingers. So they went with that, and then they slagged me off all because I did that when he acknowledged that he was a ginger and I was a ginger. Excuse me, but that is how you acknowledge as a fellow ginger another ginger. You do that. Someone tried to suggest that I was flirting and that he was unprofessional because that is not flirting. That is acknowledgement, so you can forget that. And for those saying, oh, if he'd done that to you, you would have reported him for misogyny and you would have all complained about misogyny. Well, who knows, maybe. I probably wouldn't, probably wouldn't have done that. But, who cares, because that's not what it was anyway. And then you're slagging me off saying that I didn't answer any questions. Excuse me, but he asked questions and I responded to the questions. That is what answering a question means. When you respond to a question, you're answering it. But no, you've got to suggest that just because I did that I'm flirting, and that when I answered a question that I wasn't answering the question, because you just like picking on me. Well, everything you say on all of these far right adjacent TV channels like GB News and Talk TV, I don't care. I don't care what you've got to say, because it's always negative towards me and I'm going to rise above it. So you can forget that. Us Labourers did a fantastic job at PMQs and we are going from strength to strength. I'll see you again on another no-brainer with Angela Rayner. That is what answering a question means. When you respond to a question, you're answering it.